Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the Kwumsy P2 Pro. Now this retails for roughly $550 US. I'll include a link in the description, and in full disclosure, this was sent over by the manufacturer for review purposes. Now with that out of the way, unlike traditional portable monitors that I've covered in the past and will likely continue to do so in the future, this is a dual screen solution. So what you're seeing, they're calling a Tri-Screen, but what Kwumsy has made here, and I'm sure many of you have seen things similar to this, is an enclosure that mounts on your laptop of choice. That is, of course, a PC or a Mac. And that enclosure has two pocketed 13.3-inch Full HD displays that then essentially extend out, giving you a triple display setup. Very cool, usually very expensive, and I think this is one of the more affordable ones on the market right now, and that's why when they reached out, the manufacturer, I said send it over. Full HD, 60 hertz panels. Let's see what's on the back of the box here. And essentially, they're just detailing that this works in portrait mode as well. You can go into presentation mode. You can use it with smartphones. You can see the accessories in the box. They have a Type-C to Type-C. There are two of them apparently, as well as a USB-A to Type-C as well. But that's pretty much it. Again, if you're looking to turn your laptop into a triple display experience, that's where something like this is going to be useful. So this side already popped open. Let me hit the other side and let's get right to it and see what this Kwumsy is all about. And I'm excited because, again, I have not seen a unit like this yet. This will be the first of its kind. And these are unique. I mean, traditional portable monitors are definitely good, but this is going to give you a capability, functionality that, of course, can't be managed in a traditional capacity. The other thing to be aware of is that I mentioned support for PC as well as Apple. This is over a single cable. Now, many of you using M1 based Macs are going to say, well, you can't support two displays, additional displays beyond the primary, but Kwumsy has put together an SD card in here with software already on board in order to let you bypass that. I'm not going to get too much into that today, obviously, but let's take a look at this thing. It is fairly heavy. I'm not sure on the exact weight, but feels fairly substantial at that. I'm going to put this aside, see what else is in the box. I'm anticipating the cables I just told you about. And there we have it. Some of them already fell out in transit. But we have a Type-C to Type-C, as mentioned, with a 90-degree. What's really unique is that this triple setup, as I mentioned, is going to permit you to do this all over a single cable in a daisy chain fashion, which I think is nice. We have a Type-A to Type-C there. That's what it appears to be. Little travel case for the Kwumsy, presumably. And then we have another Type-C to C, again with that 90-degree. And it looks like we have the user guide. So let me go ahead and get this out of the way, and let's take a look at this thing. Remember, support is roughly 13 inches to 17 inches, so pretty broad capability is what I would say about the Kwumsy. You're not going to really find a situation with any laptop on the market that this will not be able to adapt to. And then for those of you wondering or worried about the weight that it adds to your center display, realize that it does have a kickstand. So this is not going to put flex on your laptop. So that, I think, is really important. So it appears we've got a power button here at the top. It looks like a volume up and down, but, you know, I've got to play with this. And then this button, I believe, is how you get into the actual stand. So basically, when you press this button, my understanding is that this will actually open up. But there it is. So essentially, it's a release button, and that's how you're going to get this thing to actually mount on your display of choice. Fairly straightforward. And now you can see the two displays are starting to essentially come out because what you were looking at is actually, let's see what the orientation is here. So those are the two displays. This is going to mount. So this is the back of the device. So essentially, we are looking at the back. There is the kickstand that I was talking about. And this is going to open up, and I assume this extends, and it does. So this way you can offset the weight that's been added. Pretty cool. And basically what you'll be looking at, again, is both of these displays, of course, will be in the reverse orientation. So let me just move this over, and I might pop this onto a machine just to show it to you now, even though this is a rough look at it is what I would call this. And this is really big. I mean, you have to remember that even though these are 13-inch panels, this is expanded quite a bit here. I mean, it really is, it's extending across my entire desk. So this is going to require a wider shot than I've got going right now. But you can see we now have a display here and a display on the other side, and this would be sitting on your laptop. Your laptop's display would be seated right here as the center, and that's pretty much it. Now, in terms of connectivity, let's actually have to fold these back in. Again, this is the first time I'm seeing this, so I'm going to have to spend some time with it to really get this down. But on the bottom of the device, you can see we have that flash slot right there with the included, I believe, micro SD card. And then we have two Type-C ports right there. And that pretty much looks like all of the connectivity. And that's because, again, this is relying on a single cable to handle everything. And then they just pocket right back in, and it should be able to close up again. Let me go ahead and just put this down from me simply pressing that button in, and it pockets one of the two displays is what it appears. It should lock in. It did. Yep. You know, I'm gonna have to spend some time with it to get it down, but that's the way, well, I think that's the way it closes up. I don't want to break anything, obviously. I may have done this in the incorrect orientation. Looks like I did. So, but either way, you're getting the idea. So this one, I guess it goes the other way. This one folds in first. Yeah, that's correct. And there you have it. So I will be giving you an update video with this actually functioning on a laptop of choice. I have plenty here to work with, of course. And again, anyone looking to expand their screen real estate without expanding, you know, the footprint that much, that's the goal here. And at its price point, I think it, you know, if the display quality is good, it's probably a really good option for anyone who's been waiting for something like this, because it pulls it off. I mean, it isn't that big, it's not that heavy, and all of a sudden you have two additional 13.3-inch panels. Of course, as you may have noticed, they're telling you don't squeeze them, don't pierce them, but of course remove the protective film, and there's the closing sequence that I almost screwed up, but I did not. And that's pretty much it. Pretty cool. I've been waiting to cover one of these products. I'm glad Kwumsy sent it over, and soon you will see a functioning demo of this triple screen setup on a laptop. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. Hit that like button, and as usual, please feel free to subscribe, and please stay safe. Later.